This conference will now be recorded.
Yeah, today is a continuation section of sets, Python sets. In Python sets, we have seen two functions. One is remove, another one is discard. In remove, if you passed any element, if the element is not available in that set, it will going to throw the key error. If I don't want to throw the key error, I can use what is another one like discard, right? Yeah, another one is discard.
Discard.
In the discard also you can able to remove the elements at a time. If the element is not available in that set, it will not throw any key error. The third function we're going to see, pop method. Pop method is used to remove and return an element from the set, but defaultly it will remove the last element on the set. In the pop function, if I am not passing any arguments, definitely it's going to remove the element from the last. If I pass some arguments, it's going to remove the elements one at a time. Now, I'm going to remove the elements using pop function. Remove elements using pop function. You can say using pop method or function. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to create one set underscore 8 equal to I can use some built-in keyword or I can use placeholders. Use placeholder, it belongs to a set actually. In the placeholders, I'm going to pass one list. I'm going to pass some values 89, 90, and then 23, and then 12. And then I'm going to use the pop function. I already said to you, pop will defaultly remove the last element in the set. If I print those set 8, it's going to remove the last element. See, set is mutable. That's why you can able to remove the elements. You can able to add some elements in that set. If it is immutable, you can't able to change. You can't able to add or you can't able to delete. Okay. As of now, we have seen so far. Set is your mutable. We can able to change, we can able to change, we can able to add or you can able to delete, you can able to remove, we can do all things we can do in the sets. If I want to make the set as immutable, there is one more concept called frozen sets. Frozen sets are immutable. Once you are created, you can't able to change anything, you can't able to add, you can't able to delete, you can't use any functions like pop, remove, you can't use any of things because it's immutable. Frozen sets are immutable. If you want to create in any object, set object that should be immutable, you can go for the frozen sets. Once you get it, it will be same as it is. You can't able to change. Now, before going to the frozen sets, we're going to see some clear method. What is of clear method in sets? The clear method, what will do? It's going to clear all the elements. It's going to remove. Sorry, it's going to remove all the elements in the set. Going to remove all the elements in a single shot, or at a time you're going to remove the elements in a single shot. That's why we are preferring the clear function. Now what I'm going to use, I'm going to use the same set underscore 8, which is going to use the clear function. Okay, if I print set 8, what's going to return? It's going to be a empty set. Why it's throwing some error? Unhashable type list. Why I used clear only, right? Wait. Why it's showing like this? Unhashable type list. Okay, I'll come to the concept later. Unhashable. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to create, because I removed the elements, right? The hash value might get changed. I'll come to the concept later. As of now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a set underscore 9 because I use pop over here. My hash value might get changed. That's why I'm not able to clear all the elements. Now, for this, I'm going to use one built-in function set, and then I'm going to pass one list. The list I'm going to pass 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, comma 6, comma 7. I pass as a list over here in the set, and then I'm going to pass some duplicate element as well. Duplicate element as well. Now I want to make it as set underscore 9. Here I want to make set underscore 9. And it will get changed, I guess. Unhashable type list. Why are you getting unhashable type list? Okay. Unhashable set underscore 9. I used clear method. 1, comma 2, comma 3, comma 4, comma 5, comma 5. Everything is correct. I used clear function. Again, it's throwing some. Again, it's throwing some unhashable type list. Unhashable means you can't able to clear. That's the meaning. Why it's not allowing like this? Okay, I'll do one thing. I'll go for some tuple. Able to remove or not? Okay, I will check this thing. Okay, clear method. I don't know whether it's working Python 2.0 or not. I don't know. And now I'm working 3.6. I will check this clear method. Why it's not removing all the elements from the set? We will make it easier. Docker over here. I'll check and let you know. I'm not able to clear all those elements. Okay, next we're going to see the frozen sets. What did I said to you? Sets are mutable. If you want to make if you want to make the set is immutable, you can go for the frozen sets. For this, I took one documentation that is called Python frozen sets. Python frozen set function, it's going to return a immutable frozen set object. See, if in Python, if you declare variables, we'll say it's object. As well as if you declare some function, it's object. Everything tends to be object only. Okay, that's why mimicking saying is front set function returns an immutable front set object. We already initially set some elements that is going to be iteratable, and then once you set the frozen set, you can't able to modify. You can't able to modify. That's why I made over here. While element set can be modified, elements set can be modified, but elements of front set can set remains same after creation. When not created, the same as it is will be there. You can't able to delete, you can't able to modify, you can't able to add any other elements in the frozen sets. Same thing for dictionary as well. Same thing for dictionary as well. Okay. In the frozen sets, you can pass list, you can pass dictionaries, you can pass tuple, any kind of iterative objects you can pass in the frozen sets. If you want to make immutable. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to initialize one empty front set. Empty front set. First, what I'm going to do, I'm going to declare one string equal to. This time I'm going to take. This time I'm going to take one tuple. Okay. And this I'm going to make J A V. Sorry. W have to separate a comma V, and then it is A, and then P point P point P, and then O. Okay, let it be. Now I want to make the at the front set. Now, what I can do from f set variable is from f set, and then there is a function called front set. Front set is a class actually. Okay, if it is a class, you can able to create object. That's why I've said if I see any C over here, I'll say it's object. Okay. If you want to see in the front set class what are the methods available, you can use control plus click. You can see the list of methods over here. You can see right copy, difference, and the intersection. These are the various methods available in this built-in class. The class name is Franset. See, if it's any class, they will create one constructor. I'll show. You can see underscore init will be there. Any of the things you can see underscore init. Underscore init means it's a constructor. In Python, if you want to create a new object for a particular class, what do you use? Underscore init. Init is nothing but the initialization. I'm going to create an object. Okay. If you see anywhere underscore init, you can say it's a constructor. Okay. Constructor of frozen set. This will be going to constructor. While going for the OOPS concept, I will go with constructor, inheritance, abstraction, everything. As of now, just think like that. If you keep somewhere, see, if you keep the mouse pointer over here, you can see C is your class. For this class, definitely they will create one constructor. Underscore init means constructor. As of now, I'm going to use this set class. In the set class, what I'm going to do? I'm going to pass a tuple. I'm going to pass a tuple. See, tuple you can use normal brackets or you can use what you can use built-in function. Tuple you can use. Okay. Now I have used Francis. What I'm going to do, right? I'm going to print as it is. F set. Just run as it is. Okay. What I have to do, right? I have to comment this part. That's why it's throwing error. See, if you get line number 101 error, the remaining lines will not be executed in Python. The remaining lines will not be executed in Python. Just we're going to comment these things. Yeah, why is the error or what? Okay, let it be. Where getting error 92? Hold a minute, getting error somewhere. Oh, why getting the error over here? Oh, here only getting the error. Okay, can do one thing. Set. Okay, pop function getting an unbound method. Set underscore edit pop. Unbound method set underscore. Okay. See, I have mixed the bracket. That's why it's throwing error. Okay, in the set you have to pass the list. Okay, now after pop, we'll do one thing. We'll do some print statement after pop, deleting the elements. Okay, now you can see the console. Yeah, after pop you can see it's removed the 12, right? It's removed the 12. Now it's working. Now let's check with the clear as well. Okay, I thought clear is not working. Okay, because of pop, the next line clear is not working. Now what I'm going to do? I'm going to comment these lines. The clear I already said to you, it's going to delete all the elements in the set. Just put one print function and then It's a meaningful message. Remove all the elements. Remove all the elements. Okay, fine. Now run you over here. You can see able to see the empty list. See, I thought clear is not working. Okay, because previous I made a mistake because I have not given a proper brackets for set. That's why it's thrown there. The pop also working as well as the clear function also working. Clear function is going to remove the entire what is going to remove the entire elements set. It's going to return a empty set. It's going to return a empty set. Next we'll come to the from sets. In the from set, what I do doing right, I creating one tuple. In the tuple, I have a sequence of characters, and then I'm going to create a immutable object. After creating immutable object, I'm going to print as it is. Okay, this immutable object. If I try to add any elements in the from set, definitely it's going to throw error. It's going to throw error. There won't be any method for this add method. You can able to see, right? There won't be any add method. There won't be any update method. In the set, if you are using update, you can add multiple elements in the sets. You should not see anywhere. You can't see add. You can't able to see update. Anything you can't able to see over here. That's why the given over here in the documentation here itself. You can see. See, first they adding vowels. First they adding vowels, vowels. Okay, it's a tuples actually. If you see this bracket, it can be tuples. You can use some built-in function as well. Okay, after this, they are trying to add function won't be available for from sets because it's immutable, right? After this, they're trying to execute. It's throwing us attribute error. They're mentioning us from set object as no attribute add. It's immutable. You can't able to change. It's like a similar to constant. Like it's similar to constants. You can't able to change. That is the use of from sets. If I try to add anything, definitely it's going to throw some runtime error. It's nothing but attribute error. See, you have to remember all these things: attribute error, type error, name error. Okay, these are the various exceptions in Python. If you want to deep dive into from sets, just go to this class. In the from set class, you can see various methods. Eliminate. Yeah, from set class. In that you can see copy method, everything you can see over here. Okay, fine. Now next thing you're going to see as tuples you're going to see. For this, what I'm going to do, I'm going to create one directory, new directory, and make it as tuples. I'm going to create one file creation of tuples, creating new tuple, creating or can make an empty tuple. We are going to discuss about the how to debug your Python code. That thing I want to discuss now, not now. After completing that tuple part, okay. Tuple is nothing but immutable. It's a collection of Python object. It's same as like a list. You can store the sequence of values in the tuple. You can store mixed of data types. You can store mixed of data types. You can store in tuple. You can store some integers. You can store some string. Okay, tuple of tuple you can store. You can do mixed of data types and store. I will say it's one of the collection of Python objects similar to list. Okay, as well as it will store the values in a sequence. Like how you'll pass in the list, you'll pass some index and you'll retrieve the value one at a time. Okay, as well as the values are separated. The values of tuples are separated by commas. Separated by commas. It is very common way to define a tuple. Just think a tuple. You have to use some normal brackets and then every value separated by comma. you can see nested tuple as well. In list also you see nested list. The same thing here also you can see nested tuples in the tuple itself. Okay, as well as I'm going to create a tuple. I'm going to create a tuple by placing a sequence of values. It be separated by comma. We can use with or without parenthesis. You can use with parenthesis. Without parenthesis, you can what you can use? You can use the built-in function called tuple. Okay, as well as now we're going to see the tuple packing, tuple unpacking. All things we're going to see. As of now, I'm going to create one tuple. The variable name is tuple1. What I'm going to do? I'm going to use brackets, null brackets. Okay. If I print this thing, it's going to return empty or blank tuple. It's going to return. Run this. I got the empty tuple. You can check the type as well. You can check the type as well. The class is tuple, and then I'm going to add some set of tuples. If I want to group a tuple, I want to use inner bracket inside a tuple. If I want to group some elements inside a tuple, one more bracket, more brackets I want to use inside in the tuple. Okay, now I'm going to make it as tuple2 equal to I already said to you, you can use null brackets in this. I'm going to use Java, and then I'm going to make it as p point. Okay, now if I want to print this tuple, normally you can use print statement, and then you can print the tuple of 2. You can print. Okay, you can able to see the tuple. You can see the brackets, right? You can see tuple. If you want to convert list into tuple, what you will do? I want to convert list into tuple. Initialize one list, convert list to tuples. What will do? First initialize one list underscore one equal to, put one square braces, 45, 67, 89, 90, and then I want to convert in tuple. How you can do? Just use a print statement, use one tuple built-in function. Actually, tuple belong to a class. Okay, in the class, there will be constructor will be there. Constructor create a object. Tuple, just pass the list one. This is how you can convert list to tuples. Yeah, you can able to see, right? If you see the brackets, you can say it's tuple. Okay, how to use a built-in function to create tuple? Built-in function to create a tuple. I can do just I can create one tuple and tuple three, and then use one tuple function. In that you can pass. You can pass. I can pass elements. Java, Web3, JS, Node.js you can pass, Ether.js, Red Hat. These are the blockchain terms. Red Hat, sorry, hard hat. That is blockchain. We can say it's hard hat. Okay, okay, fine. This is how you can create a tuple using built-in function. Okay, because see here, if I using some built-in function, this is a function bracket, right? What I have to do, I want to do the grouping actually. I want to do the grouping. These all elements belong to the same group. That's why I'm putting one more bracket over here. If you miss the brackets, definitely it's going to throw some error. Okay, directly you can't pass all the elements at your tuple. Okay, you have to group this tuple and then you can create a tuple object. Yeah, you can see Java, WebJS, Node.js, EtherJS, and Hot Hat. Okay, and then next we're going to see how to create tuple with mixed data types. Create a tuple with mixed data types. Okay, how you can create? You can create one variable called tuple underscore 4. You can use built-in functions. Otherwise, you can use normal brackets to create a mixture type. And then I can doing 67, and then your name and then I'm going to and then going to make it as 9, and then I'm going to make it as Kannan KN. Okay, like this. I created a mixed data types for creating tuple. Just print as it is tuple of sorry tuple of 4 tuple of 4. You can able to see the tuple. You can able to create the mixed data types as well as it is okay. Next, I'm going to show nested tuples. How to create a nested tuples. In tuple, we can create one more tuple. In another tuple, you can create another tuple. Like this, you can create some nested tuples. That thing I'm going to show now. Okay. How to create nested tuples? How to create nested tuples? Yeah, I will show. Creating a nested tuples. Creating your sorry. Creating your nested tuples. Okay. Now what I'm going to do? Tuple of phi equal to I'm going to create some one tuple on 89, 90, 23, 33. Okay, and then I'm going to make it as a tuple of 6, and then what I'm going to do? I'm going to create string. Okay, strings 1 and then strings 2. Now I'm going to create a nested tuple. If you want to create nested tuple, what you can do? Tuple underscore variable you have to initialize, and then a tuple in that you pass tuple of 5 comma of 6. If I print those tuple underscore 7, you can see the nested tuples. See here, inside tuple, this is one group. This is another group of tuple. This is a one group of tuple in tuple. This is actually a string tuple. You can and strings you can see different strings over here. This is how you can create a nested tuple. You can give n number of tuples in the one tuple. You can give n number of nested tuples. Okay, now I'm going to show how to repeat the same tuple. how to repeat a same tuple. It's similar to nested tuples only. Okay, I'm going to repeat the same tuple, one inside by inside. Okay, same to nested tuple only. What I can do? Tuple underscore 8, tuple underscore 8 equal to, just create a packet. In that, what I'm going to do, right? I'm going to pass some on Node.js, comma. I'm going to multiply with 25. What will happen? It's going to give Node.js 25 times. 25 times. I can make tuple with repetition. Tuple with repetition. I'm going to repeat. That's it. EI EION. Okay, repetition. Now print those tuple underscore 8. Tuple underscore 8. You can able to see 25 tuples. Node.js, 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 like this. You can able to duplicate those tuples. Okay, like this you can do. Okay, you can say it's similar to packing. Okay, inside a single tuple, we're going to pack all these elements of same type. Now, now I'm going to show how to create a nested tuple. Okay, by using loops. Nested tuple using loops. Just I want to create the nested tuple. I'm going to give the number. How many nested I want to create? One after another, one after another. Like that, I'm going to use number as 6. The 6 nested tuples, one after another. Okay, fine. And then the tuple underscore 9 variable name is equal to I'm going to take one tuple, like the name is odd hat. Odd hat. Okay, 1 minute. Okay, let it be. Tuple underscore 9 will be odd hat. Now, for looping, I'm going to use same for loop. I'm going to use a variable name as index. And then I'm going to use a range function. Range function. If I give num equal to 6, num equal to 6, the type will be a int only. Okay, if you print the type, it is going to show the int. Directly you can pass num value. If you want to convert into a int object, you can use int of num. And then column over here, I have to follow the indentation. And then what I going to do, if the variable name is tuple underscore 10 equal to, going to create tuple now, because order tuple is there, right? I want to make nested tuples. Inside one tuple, another tuple will be there, and the second tuple, third tuple will be there. Like this, I'm going to create. That's why I want to make a nested form. That's why I use tuple, one more tuple over here. Now call this tuple underscore 9 and put comma. That's it. Okay. Now I'm going to print those tuples, tuple underscore 10. If I want to see every iteration, you can put the print statement over here. If you want to see the last iteration, complete iteration, you can come out of the for loop and put the print statement below. Okay. Now I want to see the iteration by iteration. Why it's not happening over here? Wait. I made some mistake over here. I given hard hat. Why it's coming like this. I want to create yeah, I made one mistake. I used one index over here, index in range of int of num, okay, and then tuple of 9, tuple of 9, and then printing tuple of 10. Everything is correct. Okay. Sorry. I made a mistake over here. What mistake I did is while printing, okay, I should print this tuple. Okay, then you can see the nested form. It's not coming in the nested form. It's not coming in the nested form actually. Wait, hot hat web.js. Okay, hot hat and web.js. I given the number 6. Why it's not coming in that fashion? It's not coming in this fashion. It's coming like hard at web.js, hard at web.js, hard at web.js coming. I want to create some nested one. Tuple of 9 equal to for I in range, sorry, index in range, int of num. Okay, hold a minute. It's coming like this. Log welcome. Okay, welcome. I'm not getting nested tuples over here. Okay, we'll see this part later, but I want to create nested tuples one after another. One after another means like it should come like how to come welcome, comma, and then like so many nested tuples has to come. I given correct only tuple of welcome, tuple of welcome, and then for index in range, and then I putting this tuple over here. Okay. Okay, we'll see it later. Okay, we'll come to the point later. You know why it's working. Okay, now we're going to see how to access tuple, how to access and elements in the tuple. See, I already said to you, tuples are immutable. They contains a sequence of it's a heterogeneous elements, I can say. Heterogeneous means like we can have int, you can have tuple, you can have string, okay, as well as you can have some heterogeneous elements that are accessed via unpacking. Okay, you have to do the unpacking, then only you can able to access elements, or you can pass some index and then you can get those elements. List is mutable, okay, and the elements are here usually homogeneous, but here tuples is nothing but heterogeneous, as well as you can keep the mixed data type as well. As well as in unpacking of tuple, if you want to do the unpacking, first I'm going to show the unpacking, how to undo the unpacking, and to want to access elements at a time. Okay, if I want to do the unpacking, the number of variables on the left hand side, how many variables are given the left hand side, that should be same as the number of values in the given tuple. In the given tuple, for example, I have four values. In the left hand side variable also, I should have four variables, a comma b comma c comma d equal to tuple of 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4. Okay, like this you can do the unpacking. Okay, first before going to the unpacking, I'll say how to access through the index. How to access through the index. Tuple underscore, make it as 11 equal to, use built-in functions, and then give the stringers hot hat hot hat js. Okay, hot hat js, and then I want to iterate the elements through the index. Same like list. And then in the index I'm going to pass 0. What I get? H. If you want to get pass 1, I'm going to get A, because it's going to get the sequence of characters. Sequence of characters. And then if you pass 2, I'm going to get R. Like this, you can pass the index position, and then you can get those values. You will see the R. Now I'm going to show how to do the unpacking. See, I passed only one element, that's why it's giving some as. Okay, now I will show 12, 13. Okay, 12, 13, and then I will pass 14 as well. Already said to you, you have use one more grouping. Okay, 12, 13, 14. Now, what you can do, we pass tuple 11 of 2, I'll get 14. Through index, you can access those tuple elements. Now, I will show how to do the unpacking. Unpacking, what's the rule? If I have 4 elements in the tuple, I should have 4 variables. That's the actual rule. Now, we are going to make the tuple number 12 equal to, what are we going to do? We're going to welcome to welcome to welcome to wait welcome to trillium ledger. Welcome to trillium ledger. Now I want to do the unpacking. How to do the unpacking? How many elements are there? 4 elements are there. Then I have to use how many variables? 4 variables. L, N, LM, N, and then O. Sorry, O equal to tuple of 12. Now I'm going to print the L value. We'll get welcome. Okay, whenever making comma, just use some space. Okay, just print those L value. You're getting welcome. If you need to get, if I put O, I'll get the values ledger. Okay, this is how you can do the unpacking. If you're doing some unpacking, what are the elements are present? The same, for example, if you have four elements, you should have four variables. This is how you have to do the unpacking. Okay, now next thing I'm going to show how to concatenate tuples. Concatenation of tuples. Concatenation of tuples. How to concatenate the tuples. You can do the concatenation by using the plus operator. Concatenation of tuple is the process of joining two or more tuples. You can two or more tuples you can able to concatenate by using plus operator. Concatenation, if you're performing some concatenation, is always done at the done from the end of the original tuple. For example, I'm doing concatenation of two tuples. The first string of first tuple will be there, right? At the end, second tuple will be concatenated. Okay, and then you other than arithmetic operations, you can't perform any other operations. Like only you can perform only arithmetic. Only for concatenation do you can't do the remaining operations. Okay, the remaining operations are that's not allowed in tuples. You can do arithmetic, you can do the concatenation. Okay, you can use asterisks to repeat those tuples. You can do all these things. Apart from arithmetic operations, you can't do any other operations in the tuples. And then one thing you have to keep in mind, only the same data types only you can able to concatenate. Only the same data types you can able to concatenate. Okay, I can't able to concatenate list as well as tuple. It won't be able to concatenate. It will throw the some type error. If I want to concatenate, both should be a tuple. Then only I can able to concatenate. If I try to concatenate the first original tuple, end only, next tuple will be concatenated. You can't able to concatenate middle of the first tuple. Okay, now I'm going to create one more py file. In that I'm going to make concatenation of tuples. Now what I'm going to do, I already said to you, both should be same data type, same type. Now I'm going to make it as tuple underscore one equal to create tuple. Just take some elements 12, 13, 15, 16 and then 17. Now I'm going to use tuple underscore 2 is a variable. You're going to take some other elements. It's going to be a string actually. I'm going to pass blockchain is your ledger. Is your ledger. Is your ledger. Going to perform the concatenation. Okay. How to do the concatenation? Just take one variable name tuple underscore 3 equal to tuple underscore 1 plus tuple underscore 2. I already said to you can perform any kind of arithmetic operations plus minus. Okay, and then asterisk, you can do the arithmetic operation. Apart from arithmetic operations you can't do anything in the tuple. That thing I want to say to you. Okay, just reformat this line. Now I'm going to print those tuples after concatenation. Tuples after concatenation, just give slash. Okay, Now print those concatenation of tuples because both the same type. See, this also a tuple. This also is going to be a tuple. Then only you can able to concatenate. Apart from the tuple, you can't able to concatenate the list. Just run here. Now I concatenated the tuples. You can see the first tuple over here. I can able to concatenate the tuples. Okay. Can able to concatenate the tuples. Next we going to do the slicing of tuples. Slicing of tuples. Okay, see, though it's immutable, there won't be any append function or add function won't be there. Okay, if you want to combine two tuples, you have to use a plus operator to combine those tuples. Okay, because it's immutable. Now, next thing we're going to see slicing of tuple. It's similar to list only. Slicing of tuple is similar to list. Slicing of tuple. Mostly we go for slicing to get a specific range, or we can say from a slice of sub elements. Okay, if I want to get the element only one element, I can pass some index. If I want to get the particular range of elements, I can go for a slicing. Okay, that is the advantage in slicing. Okay, if I want to get subset of elements from the tuple or list, it can be a sets, you can go for the slicing techniques. As well as you can use negative increment values, also you can use in tuples to get the reverse sequence of tuples. You can do everything, you can do in the tuple, same what you did in the list as well as in the sets. Okay, now I'm going to take slicing of tuples. What I'm going to do, I'm going to make it as tuple underscore one variable equal to the what I want to use. I want to use the tuple function. In that you can pass some values. I'm going to pass some values. Just put on one more placeholder, 12, 13, 14, and then keep some mixed data types, and then keep some 90, and then keep some char. See, Python does not support char data type. You should keep in mind. Python does not support char data type. If you give single quotes, it will consider only string only. Keep in mind, Python does not support char data types like Java. Okay, if you put single quotes, it will consider like a string only. Okay, now I'm going to print set of elements in the tuple. Okay, now from here I want to remove this 12. Using tuple also you can remove. Okay, I'll show how to remove. If I want to remove the 12, what I can do? If I want to remove the 12 using slicing, what I can do? Tuple of 1 colon, because 12 starts with 0, right? 1 colon and then end of the elements will going to give, because I am not doing any position over here. That's why you're going to give the entire elements in the tuple. You're going to give 13, 14, 15, 16. This is how you can able to remove the elements using slicing techniques. Now I'm going to say how to reverse your tuple. Reverse your tuple. You already know using slicing techniques you can reverse a tuple. How you can do? Tuple and tuple underscore 1, and then colon colon minus 1 you can give. We can able to reverse our tuple C89 SAN 14 13 12. Okay, this is how you can reverse a tuple. I want to get a specific set of elements, using slicing. Specific set of elements using 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 slicing. Sorry, using slicing. Now what you can do? Just print Take this tuple underscore 1, and then I need from 3 to 6. The range start index will be start range will be 3 and stop will be 6. Okay, I can get SAN 89C. This is how you can get your specific set of elements using slicing. Next, I'm going to talk about, this is the last topic actually. I'm going to say how to delete elements in the tuple. Okay, see there are a number of functions are there: sort function, reverse function, max, min, everything can going to show next classes. Max, min, any, all. These are the various functions available in the, not only for tuple, for list, for sets, for dictionaries. These methods are common. What are methods are common? Max, min, reversing, sorting. All these methods are common. I go and take a separate class because for every data type I can't put max, min as well as reverse. Right? Any, all. There are so many functions are available. As of now, I'm going to show how to delete a tuple. You might have a question. Though you said it's immutable, then how we can use okay delete tuple? Yeah, agree. You can't able to remove the elements one by one at a time because it's immutable property. It's having immutable property, but what they are trying to give, one del function they are giving. The del function, if you are using del function, what happens? The entire tuples gets deleted by use of del method, but there is no option to delete one element at a time in a tuple. Okay, okay. If you are trying to delete a tuple using del function, it's going to remove all the elements tuple. After you're trying to print, it's going to throw error because it's the tuple is entered deleted, right? The tuple is entirely deleted. After you are printing, making deletion after printing, it's going to throw the error. That thing I'm going to show. Now we're going to make it as tuple underscore 2. I'm going to use tuple. In that I'm going to pass some list of elements 123. Sorry, okay. Now I make it as Java, Ruby, okay, and then Scala, and then 123, 456. Okay, like this. I have passed. Now we're going to remove, delete the entire tuple. Okay, that is one function called del function will be there. You can remove, you can delete the entire tuple. Delete the entire tuple. If I try to print this tuple to, definitely it's going to throw error because I delete tuple. I deleted the tuple. Okay, but there is no option to delete one element at a time in tuple. It's going to throw the error. Tuple expected. Oh, yeah, I made a mistake over here. What mistake I did is I want to pass one more bracket for groupings. This bracket for function actually is for grouping. Now if I run, what is happening here? Line number 20. Yeah, I already said to you, right? After deleting, I'm trying to print this tuple underscore 2 because this del function is going to delete those tuple. That's why it's throwing the error. If I comment this thing, it won't throw any error. That's the use of del function. See, it's going to delete the entire tuple. Okay, this is how you can do. And then a few more things I will discuss for 2 more minutes. What are the things is how to find the index, how to find the index for the particular element, index of a given value. Find the index of a given value for a tuple. Find the index value for a given tuple, for a given tuple. Now I'm going to make it as tuple underscore 3, and then I'm going to copy as it is. What are the tuple used for tuple 1? I'm going to use as it is. Make it for tuple 3. For tuple 3. Now if I want to find the index, what I can do? Tuple 3 dot index. In the index I have to pass. I have to pass those elements. I want to know this 14th position. 14th index position. 14th index position will be 2. 12 is 0. 13th position is 1. 14th position is 2. It has to return the value of 2. You can able to see, right? That's the use of index function. If you want to find any index for particular element tuple, you can use index function. And then, for example, if I want to count how many elements, if I want to count how many elements present in the tuple, I can use count function. I can use count function. Put tuple underscore 3, just put count. See, it won't give the actual count actually. I will change this title a little bit later. Just I will change the title now. To find the frequency of the element. Find the frequency, frequency count. Find the frequency count of a particular element in a tuple. Now, see here. Now 89 is repeated how many times? 4 times. If you want to count the frequency, how many times my 18 is repeated, I can use tuple 3 count, and that I have to pass 89. It's going to give the count as 4. Yes, 18% is 4 times. Right? I got the output as 4. The percent is 4 times. If I pass 12, it's going to give only 1. The remaining methods are there. I will discuss in the next class. Okay, any, all, max, min, and then sum operations, len, enumerator, sorted. Okay, these are various methods. These are common methods for every data types: list, sets, dictionaries, and then arrays. Method is common. As of now, I closing this session.